What if the single most devastating threat to your masculine vitality isn't hiding in your bedroom, but festering silently inside a swollen, inflamed gland that you can't see and rarely discuss? If you're a gentleman over 60, this shocking revelation could transform everything you believe about reclaiming your manhood. The number one destroyer of older men's intimacy, energy, and confidence doesn't originate in the bedroom. It originates deep within a swollen, irritated gland that most men never witness and almost never acknowledge. We're discussing your prostate. And what we're about to reveal may astound you because there exists one category of natural foods that has been quietly healing men's prostates for centuries. Yet most physicians never mention them. Even more shocking, one of these fruits, when consumed correctly, can begin reducing inflammation and restoring comfort in as little as 18 hours. We are specialists in senior prostate health with many decades of experience helping men over 60 reclaim their health naturally. We've worked with patients from every background, from high-level executives to retired veterans. And we've witnessed firsthand how the right foods can change everything. No pills, no surgeries, just nature used wisely. In this comprehensive discussion, we'll guide you through 5 specific fruits backed by science that can reduce swelling, restore function, and support genuine male vitality after 60. And wait until you discover which fruit ranks number 1, because chances are you've consumed it your entire life without knowing what it can truly accomplish. Before we continue, if you're serious about reclaiming your masculine power, make sure you're following along. If this message resonates with you, let us know. If it doesn't, tell us so we can keep improving and bring you content that truly matters. The foundation: understanding prostate health through nutrition. When we first began working with older men struggling with prostate issues, we kept noticing a pattern. The common complaints: frequent urination at night, that nagging pressure in the lower belly, difficulty starting or finishing the stream. They weren't always caused by something dramatic. In many cases, they were being quietly fueled by one thing: chronic inflammation. That low, silent burn inside the prostate that grows with age, lifestyle, and time. And what we found most interesting: some of the best tools to fight that inflammation weren't hidden in prescriptions. They were hiding in plain sight. If you are still watching this video and find this information helpful, please comment with the number 1 below to let me know you're still here. And if you have not subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss new videos. Fruit 5, tomato, the ultimate prostate healing champion. Let's begin with the most powerful weapon in your arsenal. It still amazes us how something so ordinary, something sitting quietly on your kitchen counter, can hold such extraordinary healing power. The tomato isn't flashy, doesn't cost much, and yet when it comes to shrinking the prostate and restoring a man's vitality, it stands head and shoulders above the rest. We've spent years reviewing studies, talking with patients, and seeing real outcomes. And time after time, tomatoes come out on top. Why? Because they contain the highest concentration of lycopene, a nutrient that doesn't just reduce inflammation, it actively protects the cells of your prostate from long-term damage and overgrowth. But here's the secret that most men don't know. The power of the tomato is unlocked when it's cooked. Lycopene becomes up to 4 times more absorbable when the tomato is heated, turning something as simple as a bowl of tomato soup or a spoonful of tomato paste into a therapeutic food. Add a little olive oil and you've created one of nature's most powerful healing combinations for the male body. We remember one of our oldest patients, Marvin, an 82-year-old retired farmer. He didn't want to rely on more medications, and he was fed up with constantly waking to urinate. So we kept it simple. He started having a warm cup of tomato soup every morning, just like his mother used to make. 2 weeks later, he walked into our office with a grin and said, "Doctor, I feel like something turned back on." That's the thing about tomatoes. They're not just food. They're fuel for your hormones, your circulation, and your manhood. Over time, they help reduce swelling in the prostate, improve urine flow, and even increase the strength and frequency of morning erections. Not because they're magic, but because they give your body the raw tools it needs to restore itself. Tomatoes are also rich in vitamin C, K, and potassium. all of which support blood pressure, immune strength, and tissue repair. But it's the lycopene that makes the biggest impact. That's why we encourage every man over 60 to build a habit around it. Whether it's marinara on vegetables, tomato juice with a pinch of salt, or even a spoon of concentrated tomato paste, consistency is where the transformation happens. Fruit 4, watermelon, nature's hidden lycopene source. Every summer growing up, many of us remember sitting on the porch with a thick slice of watermelon, juice running down our forearms, laughing like boys again. Back then, it seemed like just a sweet, refreshing treat. But now, after decades working with aging men, we see it differently. That simple fruit, taken for granted by so many, is actually one of nature's most powerful allies for the aging prostate. Watermelon doesn't scream medicine. It doesn't come in a bottle or a box, but inside that juicy red flesh is something remarkable: lycopene. The same compound found in tomatoes. Lycopene is a potent antioxidant that directly targets inflammation in the prostate. And watermelon delivers it in a way that's gentle, hydrating, and easy for the body to absorb. We had a patient named Robert, a soft-spoken man in his late 60s, who came to us frustrated by constant pressure in his lower abdomen and weak, inconsistent urine flow. He didn't want to start medications. Not yet. We suggested he try something simple for 2 weeks, a large slice of watermelon every afternoon. That's it. Nothing fancy, just consistency. When he came back, he looked different, relaxed, more energetic. He smiled and said, "I didn't expect much, but I feel lighter, less weighed down, and I'm sleeping through the night." Watermelon does more than cool you off. It hydrates your body deeply, flushes your kidneys, and clears out toxins that often contribute to inflammation and irritation in the urinary tract. With its high water content, it supports smoother urination and eases that frustrating stop-start sensation so many men experience. But the real magic lies in how it subtly boosts circulation, not just in your pelvis, but in your entire vascular system. And better circulation means better oxygen delivery, better hormonal flow, and yes, better erections. We've seen men regain sensitivity, performance, and confidence. Not through pills or invasive procedures, but through patient natural nourishment. If you are still watching this video and find this information helpful, please comment with the number 5 below to let me know you are still here. And if you have not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss new videos. Your support helps us continue to create good content to inform and inspire you. Fruit 3, pomegranate, the ancient cellular restorer. There's something deeply symbolic about the pomegranate. Maybe it's the way it's structured, tough on the outside, but once opened it reveals hundreds of glistening ruby red seeds. It reminds us of the men we work with every day. Stoic, strong, but underneath that exterior, there's often quiet suffering, pressure, discomfort, and a deep longing to feel vital again. And when it comes to restoring the prostate at a cellular level, we often tell our patients, this is the fruit you've been missing. Pomegranate isn't trendy, it's timeless. For centuries, it's been used in ancient medicine to restore male strength. And now, modern science is catching up. It contains a compound called ellagic acid along with a class of plant nutrients called polyphenol that work directly to protect and repair prostate tissue. These compounds don't just sit in your bloodstream. They target inflammation, oxidative damage, and even hormonal imbalances that silently sabotage your energy and function as you age. One of our patients, Greg, a retired carpenter in his 70s, came to us after struggling with persistent prostate swelling and low testosterone. He had tried medications, but they left him feeling foggy and flat. We suggested something simpler: half a glass of pure pomegranate juice every morning. "Juice?" he asked, raising an eyebrow. "Just juice." We nodded. "Just give it 7 days." By the end of week 2, he said something we'll never forget. "I didn't just feel better down there. I felt like myself again." That's the power of pomegranate. It reaches deep into the tissues of your prostate and begins to calm the chaos. Less swelling, less pressure on your bladder, fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom, and for many men, improved desire and stamina they hadn't felt in years. Beyond the prostate, pomegranate supports circulation, immunity, and hormone regulation. 3 pillars of strong male health. And while the seeds can be a bit messy to eat, the juice makes it easy. Just make sure it's pure, unsweetened, and taken consistently. Fruit 2, blueberries, the antioxidant guardians. We remember a man named Carl who came to see us in his early 60s. He was tired. Tired of the constant urgency, tired of the weak flow, and more than anything, tired of feeling like he was slowly fading as a man. "I just don't feel sharp anymore, doctor," he said. "Not in my body, not in my mind." We sat down, looked at his lifestyle, and asked him a simple question: what are you feeding your cells? It's a question most men don't consider because prostate health isn't just about the prostate. It's about protecting your body at the cellular level. And that's where blueberries step in. We call them the antioxidant guardians, and they've become one of our go-to recommendations for men who want to restore not just function, but vitality. Blueberries may be small, but they're incredibly dense with a group of compounds called anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, the very process that ages and inflames your prostate from the inside out. Every time you eat a handful, you're helping to shield your prostate cells from damage. You're slowing the invisible wear and tear that builds up with age, poor circulation, and chronic inflammation. Carl started adding a small bowl of blueberries to his breakfast every morning. Within 2 weeks, he noticed something subtle but meaningful. He wasn't waking up as much at night. His mind felt clearer, and most importantly, he started to feel present again with his wife, with his body, with himself. He later told us, "I never thought fruit could change the way I feel as a man." That's what most people miss. Blueberries don't just help your prostate, they help your brain, your blood vessels, and your testosterone. They support better circulation throughout your entire lower body. And that improved circulation means more oxygen, more nutrients, and better performance both in the bathroom and in the bedroom. There's also a psychological shift that comes from feeding your body what it truly needs. When you choose foods like blueberries, you're sending your body a message: I haven't given up. I still care. I still want to feel alive. And that mindset in itself begins to change everything. Fruit 1, kiwi, the vitamin C inflammation fighter. Let's complete our healing arsenal with a small green powerhouse that's often overlooked, yet incredibly effective at calming inflammation deep inside the prostate. It's not exotic and it's not hard to find. In fact, you may already have it in your kitchen. We're talking about kiwi, and here's why it matters more than you think. Most men we meet think of it as just a tart little fruit you slice into on occasion. Maybe part of a fruit salad, maybe forgotten in the back of the fridge. But kiwi is far more than that. It's what we call a vitamin bomb. One of the richest natural sources of vitamin C, kiwi delivers an antioxidant punch that goes directly where it's needed, into your bloodstream, into your tissues, and yes, into your prostate. Vitamin C does something remarkable. It tames inflammation at the cellular level. It helps neutralize the oxidative stress that irritates the prostate gland and causes it to swell over time. That swelling is what presses against the urethra and bladder, making you feel like you always have to go, even when you don't. We've had patients in their 70s add 2 kiwis a day to their routine, just 2, and come back weeks later telling us they now sleep through the night. They're urinating less often. They feel lighter, more relaxed. One gentleman told us, "It's the first time in years I don't feel like I'm chained to the bathroom." But kiwi doesn't stop with just vitamin C. It's packed with fiber, which quietly supports digestion and gut health, 2 things that indirectly affect hormonal balance and inflammation throughout the body, including the prostate. And when your gut is healthy, your body becomes more efficient. Hormones stabilize. Inflammation drops. The burden on your prostate starts to lift. The best part, kiwi is gentle. It doesn't upset the stomach. It works in harmony with your body. No side effects, no harsh responses, just slow, steady healing. You can eat it on its own, blend it into a smoothie, or pair it with breakfast. But however you enjoy it, make it consistent. Healing isn't about heroic effort. It's about quiet daily decisions. If you are still watching this video and find this information helpful, please comment with the number 1 below to let me know you're still here. And if you have not subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss new videos. The synergistic power, combining these healing foods. Now that you know the power of each individual fruit, the real question is, what happens when you combine them? When kiwi, blueberries, pomegranate, watermelon, and tomato all work together, what kind of change can your body experience? The answer isn't just in one fruit. It's in how you use them to build a foundation of strength, confidence, and vitality. When these foods work synergistically, they create a comprehensive approach to prostate health that addresses inflammation, circulation, cellular repair, and hormonal balance. Consider starting your day with a kiwi and blueberries in your breakfast. Have a glass of pomegranate juice mid-morning. Enjoy watermelon as an afternoon snack. And incorporate cooked tomatoes into your dinner. This isn't about overwhelming your system, but about providing consistent, gentle support that compounds over time. The science behind natural healing. What makes these fruits so effective isn't just folklore or wishful thinking. It's solid science. Each contains specific compounds that have been studied extensively for their effects on prostate health, inflammation, and male vitality. Lycopene, found in tomatoes and watermelon, has been shown in multiple studies to reduce prostate inflammation and support healthy cell function. The anthocyanins in blueberries protect against oxidative stress and support cognitive function. Vitamin C from kiwi is essential for immune function and tissue repair. The polyphenol in pomegranate support hormonal balance and cellular regeneration. When you understand the science, you realize that these aren't just foods, they're medicine. Natural, gentle, effective medicine that works with your body's own healing mechanisms. Creating your healing protocol. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You don't need complicated schedules or expensive supplements. You need consistency and patience. Here's how to implement this healing protocol. Morning. Start with a kiwi and a handful of blueberries. The vitamin C and antioxidants will begin working immediately to reduce inflammation. Mid-morning. Have a small glass of pure pomegranate juice. This provides the polyphenol and ellagic acid your cells need for repair. Afternoon. Enjoy a slice of watermelon. The lycopene and high water content will support circulation and hydration. Evening. Include cooked tomatoes in your dinner. Whether it's soup, sauce, or paste, the heated lycopene will be readily absorbed. Remember, healing takes time. Don't expect overnight miracles, but do expect gradual, sustainable improvement. Many men notice changes within the first 2 weeks, but the most significant benefits often come after consistent use for several months. Beyond the prostate, whole body benefits. While we've focused on prostate health, these fruits offer benefits that extend throughout your entire body. Better circulation means improved erectile function. Reduced inflammation supports joint health and energy levels. Enhanced antioxidant protection slows aging and supports brain function. This is about more than just reducing nighttime trips to the bathroom. It's about reclaiming your vitality, your confidence, and your sense of being fully alive in your own body. Conclusion: your journey to renewed vitality. If you've made it this far, we want you to take a breath and know something important. Your body hasn't given up on you. Not even close. Every ache, every late night trip to the bathroom, every moment of doubt you've had about your strength or your manhood, those are just signals. Signals that your body is asking for support, not surrender. What we've covered today isn't theory. It's real, natural, proven support that your prostate has likely been needing for years. Kiwi brings powerful vitamin C and fiber to fight inflammation. Blueberries deliver antioxidants that protect your prostate and sharpen your mind. Pomegranate nourishes your cells and helps regulate your hormones. Watermelon hydrates and delivers a unique form of lycopene that eases urinary strain. And the tomato, humble, familiar, and deeply underestimated, is the #1 fruit for reducing swelling and restoring circulation from the inside out. None of these are hard to find. None require a prescription. And yet, when used consistently, they can create a ripple effect that changes how you feel, how you sleep, how you move, and how you show up in the most personal moments of your life. We've walked this path with hundreds of men, some younger, some well into their 80s. And we can tell you, healing doesn't always start with a pill. Sometimes it starts with a piece of fruit, a better breakfast, and a decision to believe that you're still worth taking care of. So now the choice is yours. You've heard the science. You've heard the stories. And if even one of these fruits speaks to you, start there. Your next chapter might just begin with your next bite. Your body is waiting. Your vitality is waiting. And the man you're meant to be is waiting. All you have to do is take the first step.